live.
Tonight on Newswatch 12 Weekends, the first dose of the vaccine expected to be distributed soon following FDA approval, but not to everyone will be eligible for it to receive it. I'll explain just why.
If you like snow, you may end up liking next week. Your full forecast when I come back.
Plus, over in Minocqua, a small business owner is helping honor a veteran to receive a special honor flight. That story and more as local news starts now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm Rachel Eiler. President Trump still on the attack against fellow Republicans, hitting the campaign trail once again, demanding steps to override the election. Meanwhile, the FDA is expected to give emergency approval to a COVID-19 vaccine this week. That's going to fight the virus currently killing about 2,000 Americans a day. Now, late today, the president announced his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, has tested positive for COVID-19. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has our story.
At a campaign rally for two Georgia Senate candidates, President Trump ramped up his pressure and publicly shamed Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp to call for a special legislative session to override the election results.
Your governor should be ashamed of himself.
The president reiterated baseless claims of voter fraud. His campaign lost legal challenges in 6 states Friday, and Georgia is apparently ignoring his demands.
We're certainly not going to move the goalpost at this point in the election.
The president spoke before a mostly maskless crowd as COVID-19 deaths rise and the president's own personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, tests positive. On Thursday, an FDA advisory panel is expected to grant emergency use of a vaccine.
Within, I would say, 36 hours from approval, potentially the first immunization could be taking place.
Healthcare workers and nursing home residents will be vaccinated first, but federal officials say vaccine for the general population will take months and the death toll will mount.
The vaccine's critical, but it's not going to save us from this current surge.
Berg's calling on all Americans to wear masks and physically distance while acknowledging mixed messages from the White House. Congress, meanwhile, is still debating a $900 billion coronavirus aid package to help struggling Americans.
We have a lot of work to do in just a few days to do it.
As lawmakers race to pass the bill, 12 million Americans face losing their unemployment benefits the day after Christmas. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Now, while the U.S. has yet to begin distributing, Britain has begun the process with the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccine to hospitals. The first doses will be given this Tuesday, that's December 8th, to 3 different groups: people over 80, frontline healthcare workers, and nursing home staff and residents. The Pfizer vaccine was approved for emergency use by Britain last week. They did order 40 million doses. Each person requires 2 doses, so 20 million people will receive this vaccine out of the population of 67 million. There are other vaccines that are being developed currently. About 800,000 doses should be available within the first week. The initial dose from Belgium will be quality checked before they are given, according to the British Health Ministry. Now, state health officials say in Wisconsin they're ready to begin distributing coronavirus by mid-December, possibly receiving nearly 50,000 doses. But not all residents agree about receiving the vaccine. Newswatch 12's Rachel Perry reports.
As a COVID-19 vaccine prepares to be distributed,
we also have an imminent need to be prioritized to receive vaccine shipments given the surges of COVID-19 in our state.
Governor Evers is asking the federal government to prioritize Wisconsin's frontline workers and at-risk residents.
Need it so badly, and people need to understand too that they play a big role in whether we get past this COVID crisis or not, because everyone has a responsibility.
Prioritizing healthcare workers is something Minette Turlip knows the meaning of, after her 88-year-old husband fought for his life in the ICU COVID unit. Triggs Pharmacy in 4 Northwoods locations, now expecting to be one of the first providers in the country. But not all residents will choose to receive a dose.
There's a lot of unknowns for me, and I need to know those unknowns before I can feel safe taking it.
Rylander resident Tom Barnett says he's not against the vaccine, but without long-term results, he would rather wait to be vaccinated. On the flip side, others anxiously wait for the cure.
I think they're skeptical simply because COVID hasn't touched them. I had COVID too, but I was blessed with a very light case. But once you have it in your family, you understand that it's deadly. COVID is deadly.
The preliminary Wisconsin Department of Health Services Phase 1 plan calls for prioritizing healthcare workers, then those in assisted living facilities, and then other essential workers. However, when the vaccine does become accessible in the state hospital systems, mandate officials say they will not mandate workers to receive the COVID-19 vaccine at this time. In the Northwoods, Rachel Perry, Newswatch 12.
Checking in with Jeff Weller. It seems like we have some slippery conditions out there tonight.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, if you're leaving the bar after the game, the sidewalks are slippery out there right now. And most of the roads are treated, but the secondary roads are most likely not. So be careful driving out there tonight, courtesy of some light drizzle and flurries out there now. Not really on the radar, but you get what's going on, some cloud cover and a little bit of drizzle in there as well. And it's all freezing on contact because highs today did this, below freezing, right? 28 and around there at 32 right up. So whatever's out there now is freezing on contact because temperatures are even a bit cooler than that. Currently we're at 28 in Rhinelander, 27 Antigo, 31 for Apaka. So with the cool ground temperatures, a light mist in the air right now is keeping things very slippery for tomorrow morning. If you're traveling early, be ready for that. Get a couple extra minutes in there as well. Here's your forecast then for tonight though. It's cloudy skies, some light freezing drizzle out there with low temperatures down near 21. Your full forecast is coming up, Rachel.
Thank you, Jeff. According to the Antigo Police Department, a body was found in the city of Antigo early this morning. According to a press release from APD, the department received a report of a male subject identified as 52-year-old Jess Welder laying on a sidewalk near 5th Ave and Morse Street. There were no indications of foul play on the scene, and the community is not currently in any danger. Now, this is the second person found dead in our area in the past week after another body was found in a ditch in Junction City, Wisconsin. The Langlade County Coroner's Office is currently investigating the cause of death. A Minocqua tattoo artist now helping a Wisconsin World War II veteran reunite with his family during a time when flying isn't so safe for him. David Cheney is a 93-year-old former member of the United States Navy. He recently lost his primary caregiver and has a difficult time getting access to medical care. He now will have to travel to South Carolina, where his son will take over as his full-time caregiver. But due to the pandemic, getting there is going to be a bit more difficult due to the high-risk factor.
It's not safe enough to put him on a commercial flight right now with COVID at his advanced age. He didn't get to take an honor flight, so we thought, how cool would it be to try to put it out into the universe and create one for him.
Tattoo artist Lily, having lost her dad, inspired to help solve the problem, sprung into action and started a GoFundMe titled Fly with Honor. And with the help from her friends, an experienced pilot, Jeff, the private aircraft and pilot has been secured. The GoFundMe asking for donations to cover all those costs.
It's going to be a memory. It's going to be the honor flight he didn't get to take. And anybody that was in World War II should be handled with the utmost of care.
With only a few $100s left to reach their goal, David is set to take off this Wednesday, asking Lily to come along to share in his excitement. The 15th annual Christmas Festival celebration at Willow Springs Garden in Wausau took place this weekend for all ages. Attendees had the chance to make crafts, have a holiday tea party, take pictures with pets in place of Santa, and go on a horse-drawn carriage ride.
Christmas is our favorite holiday at Willow Springs Garden. It's just, there's a lot of love and peace and happiness at this time of the year. We celebrate all the seasons and all the fun holidays, but Christmas is just kind of really family, and that's what Willow Springs is about.
Now, despite the pandemic, the event still went on, looking to continue the tradition of spreading holiday cheer among all families.
There were so many families that, like Peggy said, come back every year, but people we've never seen before that were looking for something to do. The kids could come make crafts, they can run around, and because it was out in the round barn and it's outside and it's just so much more spacious, and they were all so thankful that we had this going on, that they could do something.
Now, if you missed the event, some activities will continue to proceed. Willow Springs Garden will hold horse-drawn sleigh rides coming up when the snow does begin to fall, which you can then book on their website. If you're thinking of learning a new instrument, it may be a bit more difficult to actually buy one this season. When we return, we'll check in with a local music store who has been seeing some space in their shelving during the pandemic. Those details coming up after Maine weather with Jeff Weller, right here on News Watch 12 Weekends.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event, we want to help you make even more joy. With 0% APR financing for 60 months and $2,000 trade assist cash on top of what your eligible trade is worth towards select SUVs and Ford Fusion. Plus, get 90 days payment deferment. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Ford, Built for the Holidays.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer, uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Why take the hit buying this 2020 GMC when you can save $8,000 on this used 2019? If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Go now to lenstruck.com to find over 800 of the best used trucks money can buy. Our trucks are certified clean, can be purchased online, making your truck buying fast and easy. As our way of saying thanks, we have marked down our trucks to the lowest price ever. Go to lenstruck.com.
Witness the magic of Christmas at Rhinelander's Lights of the Northwoods for 2 weekends beginning Friday, December 11th and again Friday, December 18th at Hodag Park. This free event will feature over 150,000 Christmas lights and over 60 displays. A food donation to the area pantries is appreciated. All 6 days will feature the lighting displays either on the driving path or a wonderful walking path. Made possible by these major financial partners and media sponsors. To learn more, visit lightsofthenorthwoods.com.
Well, did you notice that most lakes froze just like this? Smooth as glass out there. Is it safe yet? Probably not. Remember, you need about 4 inches of ice to be safe to walk on or to ice skate on, and most places are probably not there yet, but still very smooth glass-like ice out there currently across much of the Northwoods. All right, today though, lots of sunshine early, followed by lots of cloud cover once again. What's up with that, right? And toward the end, some drizzle in there, and that drizzle is freezing on contact with the earth and making things a bit slippery across the area now. Now on radar, there's not much going on here at all. A couple of snow flurries and some light drizzle in here, but it does not take much at all, as you know, to get a film on the sidewalks and handrails and things to be slippery, and that's what's out there right now. The road crews have been out, but DOT reports that roads are slippery, essentially north of Highway 29. So that's pretty much most of us across Northwoods tonight. And this is what that looks like. So here we are at the airport in Rhinelander. There's a thin layer of ice and then a little bit of snow on top of that. So it's going to stay this way untreated into tomorrow morning. So if you're traveling early, be ready for that until we get some traffic on the road, secondary roads, to kind of break that all up. All right, big picture shows what's going on, and still for another day in a row now, high pressure's in charge. We haven't seen rain or snow for a while. The storm track is well to the north and well to the south. The southern branch, though, will take this one out to sea tomorrow. That'll leave us alone, but we are likely looking at a pattern change toward the end of this week, and those of you who like snow will really like the pattern change because it looks like we could get a system in here on Friday and Saturday. For right now, though, we got some light drizzle and flurries out there right now. High pressure builds back in tomorrow, likely with some sunshine through the day. But the storm track is still shifted north. If you want snow, go up to Alaska. Storm after storm after storm with feet of snow there and lots of rain as well. But it looks like the pattern is going to shift a bit south beginning this weekend, and that could bring us several systems. And once they start coming our way, they're likely not going to stop for a while. So next week could get interesting. And this is just embarrassing, right? Snow on the ground right now, 0 in Rhinelander, 0 Green Bay. That's not normal. But again, we look to add to this by the end of next week. Highs today, though, did about what they're supposed to do. 32, 28 in Rhinelander, 37 for Shawano, 37 for Opaka. We'll have highs tomorrow back up in the low 30s. Average high is 28, record high 52, record low 18 below back in 1926. Remember that one? Just kidding. With the sunset there at 4:14 in the afternoon. All right, temperatures out there now. It's still 28 in Merrill, 29 for Wausau, 28 for Phillips. Well, again, we'll have lows tonight down 22, 23, and then tomorrow highs back up into the low to mid 30s, followed by that's a 43 back in the forecast for Wednesday before we kind of slide back down toward next weekend. And again, we got to watch next week Friday into Saturday. It looks like things could get interesting around here. It's been a while since our last snow system. All right, tonight though, cloudy skies, some light fog and drizzle out there, slippery spots tomorrow morning with low temperatures down near 21 and a calm wind already out there now. For tomorrow, it's Monday, partly cloudy. Highs near 35 tomorrow with a northwest breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture Mattress shows our dry stretch continues tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday, 43 Wednesday, Thursday as well. And there's that next system, Friday, Saturday into Sunday. Lake effect snow on Sunday with temperatures over the weekend back in the upper 20s by Sunday. Rachel?
Thank you, Jeff. Well, it's no surprise that the pandemic has hit many small businesses, including the industry of music. But here in Oneida County, it has affected small businesses and music teachers and the entire community. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock explains.
Walls lined with instruments now search for their replacements. Northland Music Center in downtown Rhineland are seeing less and less inventory come in during the pandemic.
It took quite a while to get most of our products in. They're in now, but a lot of things have been on order since March, and they came in kind of the middle of November.
Piano keys and music sheets are both black and white, and as the pandemic has progressed, more people have been picking up instruments. But it's been difficult for Northland Music Center behind me to keep them in stock due to their manufacturers switching over to making PPE instead.
A lot of our manufacturers changed over and started making masks, so they weren't producing guitar strings and drumsticks. Things are definitely back in motion now.
Others who have been able to pick up an instrument are finding alternative ways to learn than taking traditional lessons.
People are getting instruments and then they're going online and they're using tutorials and kind of teaching themselves and using things that they see on YouTube, like a guitar lesson.
As many live performances have discontinued due to health guidelines, there's an underlying fear of classical genre of music disappearing altogether. For some people, music is their livelihood, and for others, it's a pastime. But here, it's community-centered, bringing people together in one way or another.
You don't have the interaction that you have with other people. That's what, like the Rhinelander Community Band, I miss that. You don't have that connection with people.
For Newswatch 12, I'm Megan Mamlock.
Well, another Sunday, another Packers win. Nate Myhawk is in next to break it all down. What do you think, Nate? Good day today?
Oh, Rachel, it's a great day when the Packers win and when Aaron Rodgers hits a career milestone. Plus, the Packers defense did something today that they hadn't done all season. Stay tuned. I'll tell you all about it.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more.
I'll take it.
I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
4 years ago, I had brain surgery to remove the tumor that was wrapped around my brainstem and spinal cord. Very intense pain in my neck, headaches all the time, and permanent vertigo. I came in and I saw Dr. Dave. He did some work on my top vertebrae. The pressure was alleviated and I can actually stand. It's been wonderful and great.
When the atlas vertebra at the base of the skull is out of alignment, it causes the head to come forward, putting unnatural pressure on joints and nerves. We correct this through a new treatment called the Atlas Prophylax, a revolutionary way to realign the atlas, removing nerve pressure and even restoring blood flow. For many, symptoms and headaches disappear almost immediately.
The first thing we do when somebody comes as a new patient is we sit down and we listen and understand what's going on to see if we can help.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event, we want to help you make even more joy. With 0% APR financing for 60 months and $2,000 trade assist cash on top of what your eligible trade is worth towards select SUVs and Ford Fusion. Plus, get 90 days payment deferment. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Ford, Built for the Holidays.
Sports Watch 12 starts now.
A little over a week ago, we were all stuffing our faces with some delicious turkey on Thanksgiving. Today, though, we had more bird on the menu. That's right, I'm talking about eagle. Philadelphia is going to be making the trip into the frozen tundra. The Eagles are kind of struggling through this season so far. Packers offense didn't see the field much in the opening quarter. Defense certainly making plays, though. Kingsley Keke, Rashawn Gary, they're teaming up for the sack, and that's going to drop Philly out of field goal range, but Green Bay still trailed 3-0. Eventually, the Packers got it rolling. 4th and goal at the 1. Running the ball, right? No thanks. I'll pass to Devontae. That's Aaron Rodgers' 35th touchdown pass of the season. First QB to ever hit that mark in 5 different seasons. And if there's 2 things that Robert Tonyan is good for, it's throwing blocks, catching touchdowns, and he's all out of defenders to block. Rodgers spots him for the 25-yard score, and the Packers lead 14-3. Eagles looking to make some noise before the half, but Keke, do you love me? Are you riding? Kingsley Keke gets sack number 2 on the night, and as a team, Green Bay got to the quarterback a season-high 7 times.
Is to be on a team like this that's so talented, we can affect the quarterback pretty well. And 7 sacks, that's a big accomplishment for us.
In the third quarter, Rodgers on the doorstep of history slings it out to his favorite target, and Devontae shows off his workout routine, dragging Darius Slay to the pylon and then presenting the ball to the legend himself. Rodgers now sitting at 400 career touchdown passes. He reached the milestone faster than anyone else in history. Green Bay seemingly had the game in control, but after the Eagles made the switch at quarterback, the rookie Jalen Hurts is finding Greg Ward for 6. That's his first career touchdown pass, and the Eagles would make it a 1-score game. But Aaron Jones, acting as the judge, the jury, and the executioner, breaking into the open, racing down the sidelines, getting blocks from his teammates. Even David Bakhtiari is sprinting down there, and Aaron Jones is icing the game. Green Bay hangs on to win this one 30-16, and just a week after reaching 50,000 passing yards, Aaron Rodgers took a little time to reflect on his accomplishments.
It's fun to have those milestones back-to-back weeks. Like I said last week, a lot of it is longevity, but there also is some consistent play tied to it.
He'll get the chance to add to his total next week in Detroit. Well, we all have dreams. For me, I wanted to be a pro football player, and obviously not all dreams come true. But for Anago's Mike Calise, he was able to make his dream happen with just a little bit of help. Newswatch 12's Griffin Stroin has the story.
He's always positive no matter what situation we're in. He's always the heartbeat of the team.
When you think of the most important positions on a football field, head coach and quarterback probably come to mind. But for Anago football, their most important player was their manager.
I would describe Mikey as a guy with a lot of passion.
Mike Calise has been the Anago football manager since his freshman year. Something his dad was a little nervous about.
As a freshman, it was pretty nerve-wracking, to be honest with you. We spent most of our time with him, so it was the first time that, he would be taking buses and things away from us.
But head coach Tom Schofield needed him on the sidelines.
There you go, Mikey! He'd always be by my side whenever I'm speaking to the team. He'd try to, throw in his 2 cents on what needs to be done.
4 years of standing with his teammates, no matter the conditions.
He's a great kid. He's always motivated to be out there in the football field, even in the 0-degree snowing days.
Yeah, I'm cold.
But it all paid off for him during the last game of the year.
To be, announced in the starting lineup, run through the tunnel, and then to be able to go on the field and get the ball snapped to him and play quarterback for a play. It was awesome. It was a really, really special night, not only for him, but for me and his mom, and it was a good night.
And while Mike looked like a total pro, inside, he was freaking out.
I was nervous.
You were nervous?
Yeah, I was a whack.
And while he might not be under center again for quite some time, He's got all the bragging rights.
He's always reminding me of it in class, too. It's great.
In Anago, Griffin Stroyan, News Watch 12.
Well, a dream come true for Mike. I wouldn't be surprised if he gives number 12 in Green Bay a run for his money. That's it for your look at sports. We'll have more news with Rachel after the break.
Your snow adventure awaits at Power Pack in Marshfield and Irvs and Tomahawk. We're ready for snow. Stocked, locked, and loaded with 2 stores of inventory and the best selection of snowmobiles and off-road machines in the area. Activate your adrenaline on your new Polaris snowmobile, side-by-side or ATV. Save up to $1,500 on 2020 models. Plus, check out our snow gear from all the leading brands at both locations. Don't wait. Your adventure starts today at Power Pack in Marshfield and Irvs Sales and Service in Tomahawk. And don't miss our Black Friday sales on snow gear at either location.
Tackle tough jobs with Bosch Power Tools from Menards. Bosch packs the performance and features you need to get the job done right. That's why Bosch is the choice of pros. Plus, Menards has all the bits, blades, and power tool accessories from Bosch you need to get the job done right. Save big on quality Bosch power tools and power tool accessories from Menards. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Sharing smiles together is a gift. At Aspen Dental, it's easy to gift yourself the smile you deserve. New patients, get started with a comprehensive exam and full set of x-rays with no obligation. And if you don't have insurance, it's free. Plus, get 20% off your treatment plan. Enjoy flexible payment options and save. It matters most. We're here to make your smile shine bright so you can start the new year feeling all right. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
Grease and grime build up in no time. Stop struggling and call the police. The Grease Police, the magic degreaser that cleans almost anything. Grease Police works on nearly all stubborn messes, even ones baked on for years. The secret's the super concentrated formula that emulsifies grease, dirt, and grime on contact. Even restaurant equipment is no match for the power of Grease Police. And it's biodegradable, so you can clean your barbecue grill inside and out. But Grease Police cleans so much more. Everything from scummy tile and grout to brake dust on rims. Even dried on spray paint comes right off. Call or click now to get a large bottle of concentrated Grease Police with money back guarantee for just $14.99. Order now and you can double it and get a second bottle. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 large bottles of concentrated Grease Police with guarantee. Order now.
Call 1-800-569-4988 or visit getgreasepolice.com. So call 1-800-569-4988 now.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 Weekends. The Madison Common Council voted to legalize marijuana up to 1 ounce, allowing it to be smoked in private homes as well as public places such as sidewalks. Nick Bohr reports.
It may soon be common in Madison to see someone light up a joint in plain view, even at a business if they allow it.
Particularly when it comes to marijuana, the people who are arrested and sent to jail disproportionately people of color.
Madison Alder Samba Balde says pot shouldn't be treated any differently than alcohol.
It shouldn't be the option to go to jail for simple consumption, sitting under my patio, just having good time, or at my apartment complex having good time. Shouldn't be a problem. But that if I believe also that this is something that would help me health-wise, I shouldn't go to jail for that.
One of the quirks of the ordinance is that it doesn't apply to state property. So while it would be perfectly legal to smoke a joint here on the sidewalk, the minute I stray here onto Capitol grounds, it would be illegal.
Do you think it's a sign of things to come?
Yeah, I think that Wisconsin is kind of an outlier, even in the Midwest, and you're starting to see cities move forward with it. Milwaukee has done things in the last couple years to lower the fines and stop clogging up the criminal justice system.
Milwaukee State Senator Chris Larson says he'll help sponsor another marijuana legalization bill in the next session. But any bills will have to gain traction among Republican lawmakers who control the legislature. And incoming Senate President Chris Kapping says that's unlikely.
Historically, the caucus has been very firm on this, saying this is not something where we're going to go down the road of.
When we return, your final look at weather with Jeff Weller right here on Newswatch 12's Weekends. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come get the best deals of the season with offers on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Choose FlexBuy and get Fusion with 0% financing for 66 months plus $1,500 cash and $2,000 retail trade assist.
Coach LaFleur, welcome to the Cellcom call center. Every customer service call is answered right here, and we strive to answer on the first or second ring with no holding.
Oh, wait, say that again?
No holding?
No holding?
No holding.
Hey, Bakhtiari, did you hear that?
Yeah, got it. No holding. Yeah, no, I can help you out with that.
With Cellcom, you can always get in touch with live local customer service reps. Cellcom, clarity in a cloudy world.
Welcome to Toyotathon.
Hey.
Ready for a great deal?
You know it.
With savings on Camry, RAV4, Highlander, and more, it really is the most magical time of the year. Can you pretend you didn't see this?
But I'm seeing it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $1,500 customer cash on a spacious new 2021 Highlander Hybrid. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
You never know what you'll find at Toyotathon. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Planning an outdoor winter adventure? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on. The WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to be on the ice or when there will be fresh powder on the trails. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Sponsored by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. Weather Watch 12, from where you live. At WJFW, our News Watch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the Northwoods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The News Watch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC News Watch 12, news from where you live.
All right, Monday morning is just an hour away. We got this, but there are some clouds out there right now and some light areas of drizzle, but the drizzle is freezing on contact because temperatures are hanging out near 28 right now in Rhinelander, 29 for Wausau, 28 for Glidden. So it's freezing on contact, making slippery spots. The road crews are out for the primary roads. Secondary roads, though, will likely be slippery by tomorrow morning, and the sidewalks are slippery as we speak right now. But then look what happens. We climb above freezing tomorrow. Sunshine on Tuesday. Look at Wednesday, 43 and sunny, followed by what could be a good snow system in here next week on Friday.
All right, thank you, Jeff. We'll make sure you're careful getting home. As to the rest of you, that's it for your news around the Northwoods. I'm Rachel Eiler. See you next weekend.
At Lakeside.